You feeling stuck? Don't know what to do? Four of Pentacles, it's the comfort zone card, right? Now, it's really easy to say that. Let me explain it. So have a look at this. All this person has is this Four Pentacles. Now, this person knows the value of those Four Pentacles. Trust me, and it's good to know. It's good to know what's valuable to you. It's good to know what has meaning for you, what you want. It's not good to cling to it for dear life, especially when they're kind of attached to a tree like they are with her, right? Why is that? Because, yeah, nothing moves, nothing changes. This is being stuck when the Four of Pentacles comes up. Don't worry, you're getting unstuck. We have the Chariot coming up there. But starting off this week or underlying, it feels frightening. I'll tell you that. If this is what you want to do, which is cling to whatever your security, this is your safety blanket, like, my security blanket. I just want that, I want to hold on to my blanket. It's that kind of feeling, but you still get in the Chariot and go after what it is that you want. That's going to be frightening. So I get it. You're way out of your comfort zone this week, Libra, way out of your comfort zone. But that's how we grow. That's how we get change. The whole thing with the Four of Pentacles is that person holds on to them because it brings them security. It brings them stability. They don't want to be vulnerable. And yet that's what the message is of the card. It's the Miser card. You must go spend those pentacles. You have to go, invest them, risk them in some way for the opportunity, for the chance to have more than you have. Now, this might be someone who's not talking, someone who's kind of holding on to something. Yes, it can be all of those things. I'm not really seeing that here. I'm seeing it more as it's almost, but you're doing it to yourself, like pulling you, kicking and screaming out of your comfort zone. But that's the only way to get more. That's the only way to kind of further this situation. Now, at the heart of it is the Two of Pentacles. So you're being very practical. This is making practical choices and decisions, looking at the details, weighing up the pros and cons, doing that whole Libra thing, right? Of, what's balanced here. But that's just it. Libra balances the scales. That's how you balance. That's not how you get balance with the Two of Pentacles. How you get balance with the Two of Pentacles is actually to put one of those pentacles down, which doesn't sound very balanced. I know, it's not Libra logic there. But you must, because right now you're juggling too many things. They're taking up all your time and attention. And I'm going to say this. Some of you are, and we all do this. Hey, I'm not judging. I've been known to do this in the past. I have to still watch myself that I don't do this. And that is, we can kind of get lost in the details of work, or, I don't want to do this. I'm just going to do this. The only way to get through it is if I just focus on the details. I'll just focus on the work, one thing at a time, distraction tactics. And we all do that. And we want to get through something, or we don't want to look at something, or we don't want to deal with something. Now, I'm kind of jumping ahead, but it's the Two of Wands. The reason you're doing it is because you have to pick a new direction. There's a choice that's coming in. But at the moment, it's almost like you're kind of juggling knives and jumping through fire hoops and doing whatever it takes to distract yourself to not have to make that decision. It's not as painful as the Two of Swords, where it's going to hurt, where you're, kind of a little bit with the vulnerability here. But it's just almost as if, seriously, I don't think I'm ready. Like, I think if I called you out on this, you would say to me, you could give me a list. And you say, no, Jade, you don't understand. I really have to look at the pros and cons in this. I really have to figure out, all of this stuff. And I would believe you if the Four of Pentacles wasn't there. If it wasn't telling me that it makes you feel safe to do this, because it's going to take you outside of your comfort zone to pick that new direction. Sorry, Libra. You guys know I love you, right? I love Libras, but that's what's coming up here. I have to tell you what's coming up. Now, why? Because we have the Ten of Cups here. This is hard, guys. The Ten of Cups is a past energy. Now, the Ten of Cups is the happily ever after, right? It's home. It's where we're happy. It's the family. And I don't mean family as in blood. It's groups of people. It's where we belong. It's that kind of energy. Our true heart's desire. The Nine of Cups is our wish, yes. But that's by ourselves. We've got all those cups and we're sat there with our wish. It's only when we share that with other people, where we belong. That's our happiness. Now, that's coming up as a past energy. That could have been last week, last month, last year, whatever. For some of you, you got something that you thought you wanted, or, you might even have wanted it. But you're kind of almost, I don't know, it feels like you're juggling too much at the moment. Whether it's family and work, whether it's 2 jobs, whether it's, whatever you thought would make you happy in the past, you kind of got it, but you want more. And it's okay. It's okay to want more. That's happening to everyone this week. Everyone's kind of reevaluating what they want, where they're going, what they're doing, and all of this kind of stuff. Now, the only thing I will say to you is doing this is not going to serve you, because where you're going, what you have in the present is the Chariot. And so with the Chariot coming up, and think about it, if that's last week, last month, last year, whenever, you had, and that doesn't have to actually be a situation. It might be what your idea of the happily ever after was, that you've left that behind. Some of you, and I hope this isn't the case, because I love listening to Libras, that dream. Listen, any of you that are not a Libra and you're watching this for a Libra, ask your Libra, especially if it's, ask them about their wedding. They all have their weddings planned from when they're young. I know some people are going to say, I haven't. You probably got strong other sign. But it's funny. I love hearing the kind of dreams of Libras. They have these amazing dreams and I love them. The Libras in my life anyway. And but what's coming up here for this situation, have a look. It's like they've left that behind. They're ultra practical. Ultra just focused on what's in front of me, what's going on. Yeah, this is my safety, my security. This is what I'm going to balance. I'm looking at the details, balancing the books. What do I need to do? That kind of energy. That's not dreamer energy. That's not the fairy tale. And I get it, with the shit that's been going on. It's almost like that. The fairy tale aspects or the kind of more romanticized or dreamy aspects have been kind of beaten out of you almost. But guess what? The Chariot's coming in. And that's in your present. So the Chariot is balancing head and heart, which means you still dream and you still get to do the practical stuff. Look at that. It's both. It's the head and the heart. And that's how you get further. And I get it, there's this sense almost here of like, I need to grow up. I can't do those childish things anymore. I can't, not that having a dream is childish, but we can do that sometimes. I need to stop having these stupid dreams. I need to stop giving into romantic fantasies. I need to stop. It's all of that. That's never going to happen, or whatever it was. Maybe I need to build something for my security and stability now. I need to focus on my work, my business, or the practical side of things. Even if you're in a relationship, maybe once upon a time it was lovely to think, oh my God, I love this person and we're so happy together. But now it's like, well, we don't have the house, we don't have the cars, we don't have the income. That kind of stuff's coming in here. But you can have it all with combining it. Because don't forget, dreaming is not childish. Dreaming is how we set our goals, how we decide on our destination, we have Cancer. The Chariot is the card for Cancer, right? Cancer's that home security, fourth house stuff, where we feel at home. And that's where the Chariot takes us. It takes us home, which takes us to the dream, right? So the energy picks up here. You're not going to be able to do this. And I get it. If you want to stay safe and then you have to get into a Chariot and go charging down the road, that's going to be overwhelming. So kudos to you for doing it. Well done, Libra. For even setting foot anywhere near that Chariot. You do it. You get in it. Now, some of you may not want to. It's going to be difficult. I'm talking to the ones that do. Because the future, it doesn't just happen. It's this card here that comes up is a projection from where we are. And our actions here dictate what comes up here. So if someone decides not to do this energy or to do something else here, that's not the outcome that you get. So with the Chariot, this is going full steam ahead, balancing head and heart, determined to have what I want. I'm going to put in the effort. I'm going to get this. But what are you getting? What are you getting? Right now, I'm going to say this. I always see the Chariot as moving towards something. I kind of feel like you're leaving something behind. And it feels like you're leaving the safe zone behind. That's what it feels like. Because I don't really see you having... The dream was in the past here. And I can't see with this energy coming in if that's still been a major thing. Once upon a time, maybe somewhere at the back of your head it is there. But if you kind of fully were invested in that dream, you wouldn't, So I kind of feel like this is leaving something behind. Not someone, not a job, nothing. I just mean that energy of safety. It's like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Let's just get in that Chariot and let's just go. So you're doing that. And then look what comes up in the future. So off the Chariot, we have the Six of Cups. And this is amazing, beautiful energy. Because this is, when the Six of Cups comes up, that's the past, right? Looking back at the past. So what's in the past? This. Now, for some of you, I want to say this wasn't your choice to give this up. This might have been a really happy relationship, a really happy situation. Something happened in the family. Something's shaken this up. But you're ready to go back to it. But after this. Because it would be a different story altogether if it was like this, right? It's almost like you pause, you look back at the past, you think, wow, because have a look here. They're the same person. They have their little flowers in their hair, both of them. She's gone back to a younger version of herself, and the younger self's giving her a gift, and she's walking off happy. That's what allows her to walk away. An old dream, something from the past, nostalgia. You make your peace with the past. You use the past, those happy memories from the past, to manifest a future and to create happy memories in the future. Now, if that was here, then I would say now you know where you're going because you've gotten that gift from your past, right? But it's not saying that. It's almost like you must get up and go, even if you don't know where you're going, because the point is to get away from this, kind of distraction. I'm safe. I'm just going to keep doing this. You know, it will happen. You know, I'll be practical. I'll be grown up. No, it's about moving. I'm going to do something. I'll take some action, something. Do one little thing that gets you out of this comfort zone. That's what leads you to this, to the Six of Cups energy, to this gift from the past, this memory of whatever it was. Now, yes, you know, the Six of Cups, it can be someone, childhood friend, an ex or whatever that comes back. But unless you've been blocking that person out and are now ready to go back and take action towards that, to the old dream, that's the only way that happens. And that's not a very prominent energy here. I just want to mention that because people always go for that with the Six of Cups. This is about you. It's about what you're doing. You're the one holding on to the tree. You're the one juggling the pentacles. This was your happily ever after in the past. This is you in the Chariot. Now this is you going to your younger self. A time before the loss of innocence. Before things became so serious. To get back that feeling. What's the advice? What's the advice here? And this is why I was saying that about the Chariot as well. The Two of Wands. The Two of Wands says to you, the path that you've been on, it's ended. It's gone. You're at a crossroads now. You know you can't go back. Although some of you might want to, but I don't think you really want to go back. It's the feeling that you had. We've got cups in the past, cups here. You want that kind of happiness again. You want that kind of innocence again. You want that kind of security, emotional security. And it feels like you've been struggling to maintain, like, you know, maybe working or getting the money or, you know, building the financial stuff or getting the house in order or possessions, buying things. I don't know, whatever this is. But it's the emotional stuff was missing. And so with the Two of Wands, you're standing there looking at the crossroads. That's where you're trying to figure out the details of this. Which one do I pick? What's the pros and cons? Two of Wands says you pick the direction that looks the best for you. Whichever one, you'll make it work. And the thing is, if you're in that Chariot, and both of these is what that gets us to the future, gets us moving forward. If you had a crossroads in front of you, the Chariot, you can't have one horse running one way, the other one running the other. And so I do get that sense that you're being pulled in two different directions here with the Two of Pentacles here, and with that Two of Wands here. But it's about, I would say, the advice of the Two of Wands is always to go in a different direction. Take it in a different direction. If you do what you did, you're going to keep getting what you got. And if you've gone through all this effort to come out of this comfort zone, to try something new, to really make this work, then let's go down the road less the road less traveled, right? Let's go down there. Let's take that path. And that's the Two of Wands. But remember, not making a choice, it is a choice too. So if you stand there not making a choice, nothing changes, nothing shifts. And we're back to the Four of Pentacles energy. It's about getting in that Chariot and going forward. And it's, whatever it is, it's influenced by this. It's going to be different for everyone, this Ten of Cups. For some it's family, for some it's a happy memory, for whatever it is, an old dream. But that's what fuels you to go forward. If I had it once, I can have it again. Nothing in nature happens just once, guys. Remember that.